nations at opposite ends of World Cup history. For host Bermuda, this is historic. The final round of Concacaf Qualifiers, the nation's closest step ever to a first ever FIFA World Cup. Good evening to all, wherever you may be. I am David Gascon. Thanks for hanging out with us on a glorious Friday night with Bermuda and Jamaica taking center stage. Pitch conditions tonight, 84 degrees, scattered clouds. There are threats and thoughts of rain. Humidity right around 79%. A wind blowing out at roughly 8 miles per hour. Look at the groups and how things are broken down with these teams, where they stack, where they rank. We'll go throughout this entire night talking about this. Bermuda, Curacao, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago are going to be here in this Group B. Lots of things at stake, and obviously a historic move for both these clubs, trying to punch their ticket to FIFA World Cup 2026. Now, how the tournament is broken down is a couple different ways. First off is you have 3 different groups, A, B, and C. The 3 group winners will qualify directly for the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Then, after that, the 2 best second place finishers will also advance to a FIFA play-in round, which is unique, so you get that extra advantage. Even if you aren't the top tier team, you could be stuck in an awfully challenging and difficult slope of games with the group that you're pitched in. No offense to those, but obviously if you can't win that group, you get another bite at the apple. And so for both of these teams, they want to make sure they're the top dog in Group B and let the chips fall where they may after that. Now, looking at the combatants here tonight, for Bermuda, arriving full of hope and home confidence after a breakthrough campaign, unbeaten their last 2 and hungry for a landmark upset here against Jamaica. On the flip side of things across the pitch, Jamaica's return is to familiar territory. 6 final round appearances for them, a legacy built on a magical run for them back in 1998 in France. They packed the pedigree and also the pressure as well. They are loaded with talent from in goal to the middle of the pitch all the way up to the attacking third. It'll be critical tonight for Bermuda to not only get an advantage, but to play aggressive and not sit back against a Jamaican side that can hurt them in numerous ways. Now, with only group winners assured a ticket into the 2026 FIFA World Cup, every match, including tonight, is vital. And it's a tricky road test for Jamaica. Under the island lights, history does favor Jamaica, though. In the 7 matches that they've fared against Bermuda, they have dominated across the board. 5 victories, no defeats, and 2 draws. But Bermuda, riding the roar of a home crowd, believes tonight history can change a little bit. And if it does, it'll send quite the signal to the Jamaican side that, hey, Bermuda is here to play. Taking a look at the storylines and how the breakdown is for both these sides, we look at Bermuda first for a couple different reasons. The initial indications are this. It's the first ever final round for them. They've won the last 2 qualifiers, 14 straight matches with a goal. Check, check, and check. They're unbeaten at home in the last 3 matches versus a Caribbean side, which is fantastic. Conversely, for Jamaica, 6th final round for them. Only appearance of the World Cup was in 1998, but a top scoring attack. They're looking to have some names come up in a large kind of way, but they can clamp things down defensively, and they have an excellent goalkeeper in Jamali Waite that can bail them out of tough situations. The 7 meetings that we go back all the way to 1992, Jamaica, the 5 victories, a couple defeats, and Bermuda has failed to get on the board just yet. Now, the qualification format and how this is all divvied up, you have those teams in groups of A, B, and C. You only have 4 teams from each group, so things get really testy when you have a home and away matchup. The matches are typical, it's simple. You have 3 points for the victories. Goal differential will become a conflict. And also the same thing, head-to-head outcomes are also critical as well. So when you look at the stakes here tonight, they could not be higher for Bermuda. If you can draw first blood and give the Jamaicans some problems, then all of a sudden you put the opposition on edge before your next encounter. Trinidad and Tobago's on deck for Jamaica. And for Bermuda, they have Curacao. Both these teams playing here tonight on September the 5th. They'll only have a couple days off to rest, recover, and recuperate. And and then they get back on the horse. They play on September the 9th. So all this is stacked out to be a fantastic start to the Concacaf World Cup qualifiers here in the final round. This will start here in the month of September. It'll bleed over into the middle portion of October, and then we skip around. We go November, and then we get things set up in 2026. The lights will be even brighter for both of these teams and the potential winners of every group stage. So much fun, an exciting atmosphere. Happy to be with you. The final round begins, and this is a big stage for both these sides. Looking at Bermuda and what they've done so far, they beat Cuba 2-1 and 5-0 over Cayman Islands to reach this stage. A couple of notable figures. Iko Lewis has a couple goals so far in this tournament, and they're going to need some more contributing factors to come in and win this contest against Jamaica. The question mark is, can they get enough goal support to overcome the Jamaican side? That's a big question. Reggie Lamb will have an influence in this game. Willie Clemens will have an influence in this game. Jair Parfit will also have an impact in tonight's contest. But you'll also have the look in net and on the back line for Bermuda. Dale Eve in net this evening, in between the pipes. How many stops does he make? At what point in the contest does he make those stops? And how can he influence and slow down a Jamaican attack that could go up and down the track against a Bermuda side that might not have the capable talent to match wits with the Jamaicans? Things do change, though. And for the Bermuda side, a 14-game home scoring streak, that does a lot, not only for their confidence, but that can instill some fear on the Jamaican side. For Jamaica, only Caribbean nation in 2026, the round with prior 2025 World Cup experience, dating back to 1998. They won all 4 group matches to reach the final round. They're missing a couple players. They obviously want to have a healthy amount of active players from their roster, the nationals, the homegrown talent. But you have plenty of guys that are on this roster today that are also playing overseas, over in the pond, over in Europe, the United States, whether it's in USL Championship, MLS, and so on and so forth. For Jamaica, being unbeaten, though, against Bermuda goes a long way. Unbeaten in 7 matches. The last meeting they won in a 2-0 friendly win a few years ago. Have a couple of notable figures that are also brand new to the organization. So be curious to see how they unfold in an atmosphere like this. Dexter Lembikisa, one of the notable figures on the back line tonight for Jamaica. He will certainly have an influence, but you also got to look at the captains and also how they can have some kind of positive factor in tonight's affair. Whether it's the back line, the middle of the pitch, certain players are going to have the ability to manipulate this game. Who is it going to be, and how can they shine bright? Lembikisa is a curious figure, one for the Jamaican side. He's just 21 years of age. Plays himself all over the park. And for Lembikisa, playing in dual citizenship, also has the luxury of playing for the Jamaican side, the national team, but also in England as well. Over the course of his short career, 147 matches, he scores 6 goals and also 4 assists. He sees a healthy amount of activity across the land. And so you look for his, not only his national influence, but the international competition that could breed all kinds of confidence, not only for him, but also his teammates surrounding him, trying to build him up and groom him for this kind of a stage. The officials taking the pitch right now, and both these teams as well. So when we come back, we're going to get you the starting 11 and first touch, but we got national anthems right around the corner. Concacaf World Cup qualifiers coming at you next. It's Bermuda and Jamaica right around the corner. And so we are back. The starters for Bermuda, a 3-4-3. The deployment here tonight for head coach Michael Finley. In between the sticks will be Dale Eve, but the captain, Key Wells. Wells, so far in his illustrious career, 265 matches, 14 goals. He also has 7 assists. The 32-year-old will be a focal point of the attack up front for this Bermuda side if they're going to pull off an upset. Look for Critchlow, Kane Critchlow in the middle of the park as well. It'll be important, a way that he can play up and down this pitch. He'll be a center point to get into transition moments for Key Wells and company. The officiating crew today: Kilo Herrera, William Chow, Victor Ramirez, Josue Ugalde. Our 4 officials on the pitch. I say that because these fine gentlemen will also have a little bit of help. Captains, as they customarily do, will meet at midfield, meet and greet each other, and then, of course, flip over to the officials, say their pleasantries, and then get on with it. Friends inside the control room. VAR will be here loud and proud. David Gomez, you see Long will be operating inside the control booth for us. Questionable calls, surveying the land and seeing what else is available. Opposing side for Jamaica, 5-0-2 against Bermuda all time. You look and see the deployment tonight. 5 in the back, a 5-3-2 for Stephen McLaren. Jamali Waite will get the nod in between the sticks. So far this season in USL competition, Waite has been stellar. 16 matches he's played. He has a 6-3-7 record. His goals against average is $150, and the save percentage is at .621. Kilo Herrera, our lead official, with some sun in his eyes. Bermuda, the pink tops, the pink bottoms, getting themselves ripe and ready. Yes, there's a lot of pressure for both these teams. Yes, you want to get off to the right note, but you do not want to play to the crowd. And that'll be a dangerous element for Bermuda tonight. Don't do too much. Stay within yourselves and play a confident brand of football and see how things pan out against the Jamaican side that's outclassed you in 7 appearances. Damian Lowe, the captain for Jamaica, spending a great deal of time in the Houston Dynamo and MLS, and this contest has officially begun. Final round of the Concacaf World Cup qualifier begins. Jamaica in the dark kits and Bermuda in the light kits. With the pitch conditions tonight looking awfully beautiful, the Bermuda National Sports Center, grass is a clean surface tonight, no real divots. The positioning is fantastic here as this ball goes rolling into Dale Eve. But you do not want to worry about a fast track in this kind of a setting. Important to note for Bermuda, how they defend against set pieces and how they can create offensively. Jamaica will be expected to hold long possession of this contest. And for Bermuda, it'll be important for them not only to counter quickly, but decisively. Waite plays this thing away. Fans been in attendance here at Bermuda National Sports Center for quite a while. They were geeked up for this thing, and deservedly so. Not only has their side not had any kind of success against Jamaica, but you probably feel as a fan that your teams do. Don't make no mistake about it. Team is never due. They got to earn it. Campbell. In a fight in the corner. Tyrese Campbell up front with Ronaldo Cephas. Look for plenty of support from Isaiah Hayden and Jonathan Russell. Denise Hill. Bermuda, not an old and experienced team. There's plenty of players on this roster that are just getting their feet wet. So critical for Bermuda to stay within themselves And also don't chase around. A Jamaican team like this, yes, it's good. Yes, it's got plenty of firepower and good talent, loaded with experience. And there's no substitute for experience. Good, bad, or somewhere in the middle. Long ball here in a transition moment. Campbell's open on the right-hand side. Openly available, contact inside the 18, but not enough for a penalty. Good transition moment here for Jamaica, but you see the defense circling back quickly for Bermuda. And that's going to be critical in a match like this. Jamaica has the speed. Can Bermuda cut off on angles? Bermuda, a decent enough underdog in tonight's contest. They want to take the bite out of Jamaica. Bermuda Football Association was established, and you go all the way back to 1928. Joined FIFA roughly 38 years after that in 1962. The Premier Division, the country's highest league. Clubs like Dandytown Hornets, North Village Rams, typically dominating domestically. Hill, no angle yet. And Bermuda has 3 inside the 18. Hill trying to operate, flop around. Lembekisa, great positioning there, just fighting him off and winning it back. It'll be a goal kick. That's a professional play by Lembekisa. One area that Jamaica does not have a problem with compared to Bermuda is the ability to advance and make some noise in international competitions. Long ball here. Kadamateri, good stop by Eve. The rebound goes away. This will be a corner kick for Jamaica. Excellent long ball. Kadamateri breathing down the right-hand side, getting past Carpenter, trying to work to the short side, and Tel Eve calm and cool wipes that away. First corner for either side. Casey Palmer will take this for Jamaica. Palmer working short. This one bending in, the header was missed. The rebound, ricochet, first shot blocked, second shot finds some twine. Damian Lowe with a salute for the Jamaican side, and the Reggae Boys are on the board. It's 1-0. Well, we said it in the beginning, it was important for the captains to find a mark to open up this contest. And it was exactly the case as this thing was busted loose. And Lowe was slow playing this a little bit, tracking back, and Dale Eve had no chance on it. Stuck flat-footed, and he was ambushed in that sequence. First corner of this match for either side, and the captain, Damian Lowe, nets his 15th career goal, and Jamaica off and running early. It is 1-0. I think the fans that have made the move from Jamaica are not geeked up. Question is how many made their way from Kingston to come over to Bermuda and make some noise. Plenty of attendance to do that. Others will do it from afar. It all counts the same. Lowe's goal in the 6th minute. And that's the first haymaker thrown by either side. Jamaica with the lead. Can Bermuda find a response? Conceding one's not the end of the world, but now is a question mark for Bermuda. Can you find an equalizer? Can you counter? get in situations like this, if you're Bermuda, you think, uh-oh, here we go again. Michael Finley, the head coach for Bermuda, seeing his team behind the 8 ball quickly. Kilo Herrera having a quick conversation with Jair Parfait. Jamaica and Bermuda locking up 5 years ago for the most part. Get a quick look at Stephen McLaren. Jamaica with a 2-0 victory over Bermuda in a friendly. These two teams also saw each other in Caribbean Cup action twice in 1997. Jamaica, as you guessed, successful in both outcomes, outscoring Bermuda by a 4-2 margin, 3-2 and 1-0. So is there any kind of recent history? Not so much, unless you count 2020 to be something of recent history. That was 5 years ago. Safas not feeling good about that. Critchlow looking on. So while the two teams did connect 5 years ago, doesn't mean a whole lot in terms of personnel that's on the pitch here today. Second set piece of this contest, and see what Palmer dials up this time. Palmer worked quickly on the corner kick, delivering it short, and all worked out to his success. Palmer here, back post, volleyed around, almost carried over to lay, but just missing. Important just to see the sequence and the ability for Palmer to put that ball in the prime spot. Jonathan Russell nearly found the mark. Conclusion of this first half, we will have stats and we will have highlights. But we'll keep an eye on things that go on as this tournament unfolds. Final round, lots of things at stake. Goals at a premium. And mistakes, they will be maximized. One of those elements where you have to look underneath the microscope to figure out what's going on. Campbell with a nice stretch. Marteri cross through Palmer, nearly got it off to Eve, and he came through with the last second off his line. Oh my. Casey Palmer is dancing right now for Jamaica. He's been all over the pitch. He's had an influence on one goal already and just missed a second. Tie up here. Jair looking back. Jair not going to get the benefit of the call. For Bermuda, coming into this match on home soil, they wanted to do two things tonight. One, establish an offensive flow. And two, not play from behind against Jamaica. Well, they haven't done one, and they did not accomplish the other. A goal in the 6th minute for Jamaica. Can we find the retaliation? Jair, who gave it up, toe poke to him, top of the box, unable to get it over to Parfait. Critchlow, who had it for a second, could not stabilize. Jamaica running and pressing. Safas couldn't get it over to Eve. Eve almost played that ball off his left foot to the Jamaican side. Mbakisa glides this through. Campbell, ball had a lot of run on it. For Jamaica coming into a match like this, they wanted to operate a couple different means. First, take the crowd out of it, at least Bermuda's side. And two, play with the confidence of your history against a Bermuda team that has failed to match wits with them. That shot glaring way wide of the target. Marteri who's had a couple looks tonight towards Dale Eve, and Eve glances back. th minute. No physicality in this match so far. We had one minor brief foul, nothing to write home about. Jair, Parfit, long ball towards the back post, nobody around in his kit. Critchlow erasing on that, wiped away by Damian Lowe. We have a foul going back the other way. The Bermuda side a little frustrated. You can see that infraction right there from Wells. The captain has not had an influence so far offensively for Bermuda. They have not had their A game yet. Will Jamaica yield? We'll find out. Jamaica, regarded as a perennial Concacaf contender, competitive but struggling for a second World Cup berth. And you look at the lay of the land, how can you blame them? Dealing with Mexico, Costa Rica, Canada, the United States. And you have a healthy amount of emerging Central American nations. The beauty of Jamaica, though, is they have plenty of talent that is grabbing international experience, whether it's in North America or in Europe. And the Keys said try to pull the trigger. Eve saving this, and he does. Will not be a corner. It is a recipe for success in these types of tournaments. The national stage is a completely different beast, and for Jamaica, they get to use those resources of their homegrown talent that has developed in other parts of the world to come back home and flourish. Carpenter, back to Eve. Jamaica has had success. Finals appearances at the Gold Cup. And for them here in the qualifiers, they've been strong. For Bermuda, just trying to establish themselves as a team that can give clubs like Jamaica problems in this kind of an environment. They've struggled, though, in regional qualifiers, largely because of a smaller population. And let's be frank, they have limited professional infrastructures to support their club. The big breakthrough for them was in 2019. 2019 Gold Cup. It was Bermuda's debut in a major Concacaf tournament. And an upset win over Nicaragua. And they scored in every group match. They've had previous upsets in World Cup qualifiers. They defeated Trinidad and Tobago and Haiti over the years. But Nicaragua was just something different. Long ball here. Lembekisa will travel back. Jamali Waite was slow to recover on that. Just a bit of miscommunication from the road team. And now Bermuda trying to seize the moment. They work quickly on it. Lamb. Here's Hill. Not a lot of real estate being conceded by Jamaica, causing Bermuda to work all the way back. And with the way Jamaica does press, this will be an issue. Must be crisp on pass, and the drive towards target. Way with the first stop. The rebound was there for the taking. It was like a hot rock across a pond. Wells let that thing rip. It went upstairs on Waite, who dropped to a knee. But you check it out, the one hopper gave him problems. And unfortunately for Bermuda, they had nobody around to knock it in. Good look though by Wells. First corner of this match for Bermuda. Let's see how they position with the personal inside the 18. Hill will take it. Denise Hill, long ball, nobody in sight for Bermuda. Not the backtrack. Clements the opposite way, runs out of real estate. Bermuda has participated in some qualifiers since the 1960s, but 2026, first time ever reaching the Concacaf final qualifying round. So this is an achievement in itself. But for Bermuda, they want to do a lot more than just get here to the party. They want to crash it. And for Jamaica, they have no ambitions of letting that happen. Damian Lowe's goal in the 6th minute has given Jamaica the advantage. Ball with no purpose was inside the 18. Cadamateri, oh, just a little bit of miscommunication. Otherwise, he would have been off to the races. Slow walking this up. Ball taken away by Bermuda. Clements. Bermuda's had a decent amount of possession in this first half. Not a lot of creativity, but to Jamaica's credit, they're not allowing anything to develop in front of them. Bermuda's been unable to play either direct or from different angles. It's one thing to pressure high like Jamaica has done in this match, but they have pressured everywhere in the pitch against Bermuda. Drop down there against Hill. A foul against Campbell. Hill on this free kick. I want to put this near the 6-yard box. Hill flirting that way. The header climbing the ladder was Jamali Waite. Not taking any chances on that sequence. Didn't look to be going on target, but you never can tell. Jamaica. Cadamateri figured to be offside, and our near side official does indicate just that. See that ball close to the bar. Wells, who climbed up for it, yeah, it would have gone wide or glanced off the outside of the bar. Jamaica's been strong so far, as you'd expect. Damian Lowe in the 6th minute, the lone marker. It's 1-0. Jamaica first entered FIFA World Cup qualifiers back in the 1966 tournament, but they have not had an impact until the 1990s. Pretty much the golden age for them in the mid-1990s. The first ever English-speaking Caribbean nation to take part in the FIFA World Cup. They had a historic win over Japan. They didn't advance past the group stage, but the club became national icons. Cadamateri wiped away at the last moment. Just ran out of real estate too. That was a tough angle for him to do anything with. And for Jamaica, have themselves another corner. Casey Palmer has been a problem on set pieces for Bermuda to handle. He's got a good sense and a purpose of where he's going with every ball. Again, at this point in the tournament, how it does unfold, you have multiple groups, 3 of them in fact, A, B, and C. Those group winners headed on to the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Palmer, back post. post, volleyed up. Eve was deep in his net. Fortunate enough, he punched it away. Eve on his backside. A collision of sorts, but he gambled here. Credit to Eve to elevate for that ball. But the problem in that situation is you had two bearing down for Jamaica. Eve not being a short guy at all. But you put yourself in a vulnerable position to make a save and do so with traffic in front of you at the very last point of no return. Eve is 6'4", so he's got the size advantage over pretty much everybody here on the pitch tonight. The 30-year-old keeper has his hands full, though, with the Jamaican team that poses a serious threat to where they're trying to go. To look back at the sequence, this is a great view from our guys. Life of a keeper. Palmer had been a major factor so far in this match as we're in the 25th minute. Including with what Jamaica had done in the World Cup qualifiers to get to the FIFA World Cup in 1998. Had a good showing in the Concacaf Gold Cup. Regular participants in it. Had a good run, reaching the final in 2015. They lost to Mexico. 2017, they went back to the final dance. Lost to the United States. Continue to build on their resume, though. Multiple Caribbean Cup wins, 6 titles, most in the region. Really cementing Jamaica's status as a regional powerhouse. And they have the luxury to do so. Because when you look at their body of work as a nation, their talent that's playing here today and that's on the active roster, they go across the world. See this foul here. Jair Parfit and Casey Palmer mixing it up. But for Jamaica, they just have a growing number of England-based, US-based, and European-based players. Makes life easier for you for the Jamaican side. You got your pick of the litter. Where are your building blocks? How are you developing? How's the club maturing? Possession controlled by Bermuda by a short margin. Safas, nice move. One quick look. He scores! A Herculean move. Safas on the left wing broke down the entire defense of Bermuda, going 1-on-3 and then beating tail Eve. And it's 2-0 for Jamaica. Check it out. A simple breakdown with 2 players getting ditched. And a bad look for Bermuda. Not only unable to track back defensively, but you had multiple players in the right spot to provide support for your keeper, and no one could do it. So Jamaica flexing their muscle. And Bermuda now knee deep in it. So Cephas on the board. Jamaica taking a couple different strikes down the middle of the pitch, and they have made it count. Played into the 18, volleyed around, controlled. And Jamaica trying to jumpstart the offense on the counter again. Clemens has it. Clemens volleyed up. All the action, you have stats, you have highlights, you get game recaps as well on Concacaf's website. So you can track your favorite clubs and see exactly who's doing what kind of damage in these qualifiers. It can be short-lived for teams that aren't able to match wits with the opposition. 3 group winners advancing automatically to the World Cup in 2026, but then the 2 second best place finishers also have a FIFA play-in round as well. Hill trying to grab an angle, and Makisa not allowing him. Bad ball by Hill, and it's a turnover. It goes right back to Jamaica. Tyrese Campbell has had an influence so far. Two goals scored in this contest, both by playmakers. Damian Lowe with the first goal. Made it 1-0 in the 6th minute. Ronaldo Safas has made it 2-0. The 25-year-old making quick work of the back line of Bermuda, ditching everybody, scoring his 43rd career goal in 152 matches. And that man, Jamali Waite, has not been anywhere for the worse. He's had a couple colorful moments, but has not been in any kind of trouble. Clear shove down. Our lead official right there, Keeler Herrera, didn't call anything. Tracking back, Richard King. King, a little bit of hot water. He escapes. Next goal is critical for Bermuda. Must find a way to give yourself a chance. Low in the 6th, did the early damage. Got his team on the board quickly. And while Bermuda tried to take it in advantage with their possession category, and hasn't provided any kind of fruit from the tree. Safas in the 26th minute has provided the extension. And so now you're in a moment in time with a foul being called here. Lamb taken out. And a quick conversation as Isaac Hayden getting a lecture from our lead official and Keeler Herrera. Look back at this sequence. Studs on the foot, ouch. Possession right now favoring Bermuda. That doesn't mean a whole lot when you're down a couple goals, 53% to 47. For Jamaica, they have Pepper the keeper and Dale Eve. 8 shots to 2 for Jamaica with the advantage, 3 of them on target. 2 for Bermuda, but they haven't been threatening at all. One was a decent attempt from just outside the 18 by Wells, but it's a shot that any professional keeper would stop, and Jamali Waite did just that. Lamb. Back pressure for Jamaica. Ratcheted up. Conclusion of this contest, we'll look at full-time highlights and some stats. We'll try to mix in a player interview or two. Maybe grab a coach as well. But it's important, whether you're on the winning side or the losing side, not to give up hope and not to look back on exactly what you're doing here tonight, because you got to turn the page. Both these teams get back to work on September the 9th. So you can't worry about what happens today, although you want to get the W and quickly run out of the gates. But if you think about that, then all of a sudden you put yourself in harm's way. Critchlow looking on. A little miffed on that call. Wells and Hayden discussing. Ball should be going back to Bermuda, and it will. Group C has yet to open up, but Group A did so yesterday. Matches will be staggered throughout. El Salvador beat Guatemala. A 1-0 outcome to kick things off. Stoppage here. Suriname and Panama played to a scoreless draw in their qualifying match. That was in Group A. Sharp move by King. It's back to Jamali Waite. Jamaica's accomplished exactly what they've wanted to do tonight. Draw first blood, play to their strengths, and also eliminate the crowd. Just crossing things off the shopping list. Now the next important animal is to make sure you don't give Bermuda any kind of hope. Bakisa back post. That ball had a little bit too much run on it. Good idea. The pace was just too hot. Match has been fairly well played. Not overbearing, not physical. Our lead official has had no influence on the way that this game has traveled up and down the pitch. And to his credit, Keylor Herrera has not needed to be active at all. Match has been played with a certain amount of aggression and temperament. Hill wanting to get it back. Parfit gave it up. Lamb. Tight quarters to operate in. It was intercepted. Lamb. I want to give it to Clemens in a bad ball here. Yes, ambitious, but Mish Hill is not going to get to that. Palmer met with some immediate resistance. Nice play. Ball pushed through, but unable to get to anyone from Bermuda's side. Carpenter was the one that jumped up into the frame. Cephas just gave it away. Lots of question marks now for head coach Michael Finley. What do you do here in the second half once it does unfold? Do you continue to go with what you got here, or do you make some changes, try to change your team's fate to begin the second half? The rest and recuperation is going to be only short-lived. You have 3 days off. Long ball here coming out. It's Eve vacates his net. Oh, the shot just goes wide. Kind of a Terry put a beautiful move on Dale Eve, and a wide open net from a difficult angle. He just couldn't complete the task. He knew it as soon as he hit it. Didn't need to put a whole lot under it. And unfortunately for him, he did. Bermuda escapes only being down 2 goals. But they're leaking a bit. Good touch passing, just a little bit of miscommunication. King drops to a knee, giving up. Terry's drive blocked. Jones trying to push up. Critchlow surrounded. He can't escape. It's exactly what Jamaica wanted to do in this match. High pressure, big intensity, and just dominate possession. Lembikisa into the attacking third. Campbell. Lembikisa out wide. Lembikisa top of the box. Good stop by Eve, and grabs the second on the goal line. He needed to be 6'4" here. Great presence from Jamaica. Lembikisa and Eve, almost a positional save of sorts. Excuse me if you do. Terry's first drive missed the net entirely. This one, you strike the keeper, and it's not what you want to do. Bermuda right now just hanging on by a thread. Could easily be down 4-0 right now. Jair Parfit, open space, quick touch. The drive scales high and wide. There's a time and place to induce a foul. But for Jair Parfit, he's getting a lecture now from our lead official, and for good reason. It's a flat-out flop in the 18. Jair with his head down, not providing any kind of rebuttal to the claim made by our lead official. You can be the judge for yourself. That will not go to VAR. I don't see a whole lot there. You'd have to be really harsh to call that a penalty, and then even still, it's still go to VAR. Campbell trying to maneuver around. Nothing Jamaica in the 41st minute. We'll keep an eye on our fourth official, Josue Ugalde. See how much time he is awarded for stoppage. Can't imagine be anything more than a minute. First half has been clean. I say that now. Things can change in the next couple of minutes. Tucker. King had dropped down low. Wells with a sharp angle, can't retrieve that ball. Wow. That's a player with two things on his mind: where to shoot and how do I pace it. But the worst of his problems was his inability to control. It's a good ball from Clemens. Jamali Waite surviving. Just the simple flurries. Waite not splitting his time in El Paso. He's seen the boatload of the opportunities in Texas. 16 matches across just league play. He's been good. Goals against average at $150 with 4 clean sheets on the year. Paso Locomotive, one of the better teams in USL Championship. Turning the corner, Campbell looking to maneuver, shoved down, almost put his hand on that ball. Dale Eve coming off his line. Probably telling our lead official, hey, if you're going to have a conversation with our guy, have one with theirs. Campbell clearly put his arm around the ball. Almost like a Christmas present that he didn't want to give back. Katamateri. We should be working on a hat trick right now. Katamateri with the draw, grabs some woodwork. Maybe he's got some bad juju. From what I do not know, but he's a bit snake bit. He's had a good showing so far in this match. Great effort from the 20-year-old, and a piercing shot that just missed short side against Dale Eve. It's a player that can score the ball. Hasn't been a problem. He does not have a large resume. The 20-year-old, 67 matches leading into tonight, and as a professional, 16 goals. He's accounted for 17 of them. So the shots on target, 4-2 in favor of Jamaica. Slow rolling, was intended for Hill. He couldn't get to it. Katamateri, to his credit and effort tonight, should have 3 goals. And that's not hyperbole. He missed an open net on one shot, took another hit, and hit it right into the knee of Dale Eve. And then that shot, seconds ago, he hit the left bar. Tucker efforting, losing to Palmer, but with plenty of support from Lamb. And now we're going to have a booking. That's immediate, too. Isaac Hayden now stuck on caution for the rest of the night. As we look back at this, wasn't the first one, but yeah, the second right there is harsh. And our lead official and Keeler Herrera came immediately out to flash that. Hayden with the yellow. Tucker will take this free kick, and we have 1 minute, as we suggested, on stoppage time. Unable to elevate. No real chances in this first half for Bermuda to find the back of the net. For Jamaica, they've had quality chances throughout and can conceivably have a 5-goal lead. Multiple shots on target, a couple that have glanced off the goalpost. Carpenter and company want to work fast. And Keeler Herrera says, gentlemen, that'll be it. Go to your respective corners. For Jamaica, they have their heads held up high. And for Bermuda, shoulders are shrugged, heads are down, and they're bleeding a little bit. End of 45 minutes of play here from Bermuda National Sports Center, and it's all Jamaica. 2 goals in the opening act. Damian Lowe getting things ignited. Ronaldo Safas in the 26th minute. Jamaica 2, Bermuda nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the latest news, statistics, highlights, make sure you visit people.com and Concacaf.com.
encounter between Jamaica and Bermuda. Bermuda has failed to capture any kind of success against the Jamaicans. They have lost 5 of the 7 outings, a couple of draws. And for Jamaica on foreign soil, trying to get off on the right foot and establish a presence early on. And they did so. There's some good balls that are played into the attacking third, and this man right here, Bailey Kanamateri, has had numerous chances towards target. The opening act, he couldn't put anything across goalkeeper Dale Eve, but he continued to buzz and flirt. Being the back line on a regular occasion, Eve had to be sharp, and he was. First 5.5 minutes worth of action. Ball played away at the last second, knocked in. Damian Lowe pockets his 15th goals. An easy, sharp pass into the box off a previous corner, but for Lowe, wasted no time, and Dale Eve 0 chance on it. Lowe and Jamaica with the advantage in the 6th minute, 1-0. Q Wells trying to return fire, a one-hopper that Jamali Waite managed to control, at least keep it in front of him. Ball was cleared away at the last minute. For Bermuda, just not a lot of opportunity towards target, and for Waite, a couple saves, but all in all, it was all about the road team. Ronaldo Safas, one move, a second move, ditch a defender, pull the trigger, yank it, making Dale Eve and the entire defense of Bermuda look awfully bad. Safas, you see him just elude defenders and then pivot. It's a classy move right there for the forward, making it 2-0. That goal was in the 26th minute. Kanamateri bidding for a goal. How about this? Good move against Eve, wide open net, and missed it. Hard to do for a player of his caliber, but he did. Kanamateri, a bit unlucky, even for all of his work in the opening half. 45 minutes worth of it, and for Kanamateri, he wasn't done, so he missed 2 chances. How about this one? A third crack at it, no, and he beat Eve flush, but hit the woodwork. Bottom left-hand bar, you see the expression from Eve. He knew he got away with one there. Look at him, just smile. All in all, Jamaicans are smiling right now, ear to ear with their performance. Reggae boys having no problems with Bermuda, out shooting them 12-3, on target for 2. Possession goes towards Bermuda, but it doesn't matter. The offense, the skill, the firepower, all for the Jamaicans, and they lead through 45, 2-0. Back here just before this second half begins, I'm David Gascon. We're coming to you live from Bermuda National Sports Center in Devonshire, where Bermuda right now is behind large to Jamaica 2-0. This score should be wider than what it is right now, and the Jamaicans have had countless opportunities to inflict more damage on Bermuda. They've been unable to capitalize, but all in all, Jamaica has done anything and everything that they've wanted in the opening half. And for Bermuda, they're just trying to keep their head above water and recover to make this thing compelling for Jamaica on a high alert. Second half adjustments will be pretty simple for Michael Finley. How do you find the right combination of players to play not only on the front foot, but to play with more of a presence in the 18-yard box? For Jamaica, it's all about finishing now. Getting your opportunities, continue to play downhill, and capitalize on the mistakes for Bermuda that they have made in the first 45 minutes worth of action. Jamaica didn't have a heavy offensive presence in the opening half, but when they did, you can tell that Bermuda was on edge. And so here in the second half for Bermuda, you're all about trying to unlock the defense of Jamaica and do so to give them some troublesome spots to worry about. For the Jamaicans, though, pure class in the opening half. You look top to bottom on how they deployed here tonight, and they've had no holes, no gaps. They've played fundamentally sound, and more importantly for them defensively, as they have not allowed Bermuda to get in any kind of rhythm to play with comfort near or around the 18 when they are entering the attacking third. So this second half, as it does unfold for Bermuda, how do you operate in 15-minute increments? From the 46th minute to the 60th, and then you go beyond that to the 75th, and eventually, as you get to full time, how do you weigh that in if you're Michael Finlay, the head coach of Bermuda? Do you go to your bench? Do you look for a spark? And do you take a gamble? Well, there's your answer right away, because Martin will come in for Bermuda. And Willie Clemens will be removed. So we get a bird's eye view of this match. We get to rock our red hat for a few minutes. As this second half begins in Bermuda with possession, trying to find an early goal here against Jamaica to give the Reggae Boys something to fret about. Ball removed for a minute. Critchlow into the box. How about this for a dangerous moment? That shot was shanked. Oh my, Reggie Lamb, you can't get any better than that for a look. And he missed the net by 15 feet. Jamali Waite, who was rarely tested in the first half. Here in half number 2, been that kind of an evening for him at the office. The one change, Martin in, Clemens out. Clemens wasn't bad either. Didn't have a large influence in the match, but he wasn't a liability. Foul here, and it would be a free kick as Russell picking himself off the deck. Not a lot of malice behind it, but Russell quickly looking on to see what was going on with Martin. No booking there. We only had one yellow card in the first half. It was Isaac Hayden who picked it up. The deployment through the first 45 for Jamaica stays the same. Gregory Lee, who was on the back line, Lamakisa, and Richard King. Kadamateri, who had all kinds of spunk in the opening half, probably kicking himself in the locker room. If he doesn't score a goal tonight, he might have some nightmares. Of course, as a competitor, you just want your team to win, but as an individual contributor, you want to have an influence on this match. There are days where the net looks like a small cup trying to drop a soccer ball in, and there's other days where the net looks like a wide open ocean and you can't miss no matter how hard you try. Lamakisa into the box, got a Materi, lets it rip, scales over the net. Kadamarteri again, close range. Dale even goal. A bit emphatic with his gestures. It was deflected, and a corner kick here. Terrence Campbell, no, it'll be Casey Palmer taking it. Palmer was stellar with corners in the first half. Campbell. Nice move. Campbell, open pivot, shot blocked. Excellent move by Campbell just to hold his footing. First half action saw all of it go for Jamaica. 12 shots in the opening half. And for the most part, the Jamaicans were comfortable throughout. Not chasing, not out of position. And healthy and dominant. Possession the first half at At 52% for Bermuda, 48 for the Jamaicans. Jamaica trying to pick up a quick 3 points and establish themselves in Group B. Campbell has had a couple difficult moments here on this side of the pitch, slipping and sliding all over the map. World Cup qualifiers tonight do not conclude with this match. Curacao facing off with Trinidad and Tobago, Haiti and Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, all the nightcap. As far as these two teams go, they get a break for a couple days and then off to work on September the 9th. Jamaica will get Trinidad and Tobago. Bermuda will get Curacao. Out wide. Cephas has a goal in this match and just settles things down. He scored in the 26th minute. Lee trying to offer some support. Cephas just depossessed. Easy maneuver, and Cephas is looking for a foul. Not going to happen. He could get a yellow too if he's not careful. The verbal abuse not looked upon by officiating crews. Some referees will provide a lot of latitude, others not so much. Of course, it all depends where you're at in the point of the match as well. No official, man or woman, wants to be shown up by a player. Jamaica comfortable tonight with where they're at positioning. Bermuda not so much. They're trying to navigate down the pitch, but they have had no such luck. Just outside the 18, the drive right on goal. Easy save. Critchlow's drive goes directly on Jamali Waite. Jamaica with 2 goals in the opening half. Damian Lowe in the 6th minute. Got the Jamaicans off and running early. Bailey Catamartri should have had 3 goals in the opening act. Ball given away. Up on the right-hand side, Critchlow with the left foot, disrupted at the last second. Excellent recovery by King to position himself in front of Waite, and this will be a corner for Bermuda. Can't ask for better moments here for Bermuda. It's all about capitalizing. Work short. Tucker has a lane, back post elevation, lobbied forward. The volley controlled though by Bermuda, but it's well outside the 18 now. Good ball into the box. Critchlow again trying to go short side against Waite. To no avail. So if there's anything that Bermuda has done differently here in the second half compared to the first, they're asking more questions. Not a bad sight to see. But that's it. Jamaicans, though, exuding confidence. The superior team on the night. This club with a laundry list of players that are playing across the world on high display against Bermuda. A difficult task for Bermuda to pull off an upset. They've been game. They've been playing, though, from behind since the 6-minute on. Had some better moments here in the second half, with more changes expected for head coach Michael Finley. Can he find the right combination to lock the defense of Jamaica? Pressed over on the right-hand side, Campbell, nice touch, maneuvering out, was Eve at the very last minute. He closes his legs. Lemakisa tried squeezing that through the 6'4" keeper, and ever so close to accomplishing that task. Good run. And everyone's been in the act for Jamaica here tonight. It's one of those matches where if you look at the box score and see the results, and you're thinking Bermuda was a tough foe against Jamaica. And granted, they provide some stiff competition, but following this match from start to where we're at now in the 56th minute, Jamaica could easily be ahead by 4 or 5 goals. Well, it's about the finish. Jamaica's done it twice. But as they get deeper into this qualifying round, Group B is going to have some formidable foes that will not allow them to escape with missed opportunities. Jamaica, regarded as a perennial Concacaf contender. It's a luxury that they have. And they will match wits with everybody across the United States and Mexico and Canada and Costa Rica as well. Really in attack mode for Jamaica. Peculiar play that Jones gets away with. No foul. Play on. The drop feed. And Lamb goes behind. And Russell will intercept. Just outside the 18. Palmer pulls the trigger and he scores! There's the reward for Casey Palmer, who let that thing rip outside the 18, picking a corner, and Bermuda behind the 8 ball in a large kind of way. Jamaica all over him, 3-0. Palmer has been so good today, setting up everybody else. It's his time to eat, and why not? Does it all by his lonesome, fending off one defender and Critchlow, and he pulls it past Dale Eve. Take a look at Eve on his line as he comes out and then backtracks. No chance. Good look from Palmer. And in that instance, you're almost compelled to pull the trigger for Palmer. Nobody else in sight. And the 28-year-old put a missile into the corner. Eve beat there. Palmer towards his boundary. And he's all smiles with his Jamaican teammates. For Palmer, his 47th career goal in 326 plus matches. But he is a complimentary player for some and is a leader here for Jamaica. 47 goals and counting. 34 career assists. And his presence was felt early on this match. The set pieces were critical for Bermuda to defend. And Palmer was quick and instinctive with his placement on the balls. The first corner kick of this match for Jamaica set up a goal for Damian Lowe. Daly being attended to right now. Take a look at this Palmer maneuver again. It's just leverage. Not only leverage against Critchlow, but leverage to pull that shot with some velocity, ranging from right to left. And Eve, yeah, you're 6'4". Doesn't matter what your wingspan is. No chance you're getting that when you get pulled back the other way. So 3 goals for Jamaica, and they're not done yet. This night is quickly coming to a close for Bermuda. First change here of the night. And Holgate and Anderson coming in. Stephen McLaren will go to his bench. Casey Palmer's night is over with. He could take a bow. His work rate was real high. And the return on investment for Palmer and Jamaica paid off huge. Lowe's night's also over with. So 2 changes for Jamaica, the 1 for Bermuda. And for the Jamaicans, all smiles. This match is now turning into a stat-stuffing contest, and it can balloon up from here. Jamaica unbeaten 7 matches against Bermuda, 5-0-2. And with about 30 minutes to go in this match, it'll be win number 6. Flight time anywhere from about 6 to 7 hours between Jamaica and Bermuda. But always pleasant when you can get on a bird and see some positive results. Ball maneuvered around. Russell, who has it now. So the changes for Jamaica, you got to imagine there'll be more of a deployment. Kevin Lambert will be a fixture that'll come into this match. Shamar Nicholson as well. A bunch of players now warming up on the sideline for Jamaica. Towards the back post, volleyed around. Ball just not settled down. Kedem Archery parking himself near the spot, unable to track that. As this match has progressed, Jamaica trying to grab 3 points, and they're on their way. Goal differential, head-to-head matchups will have an influence. The group winners from A, B, and C will automatically qualify directly into the FIFA World Cup 2026. 2 best second-place finishers will then advance to a FIFA play-in round. So if you're Bermuda, yeah, you're in some trouble, but you got a lot of work in front of you as well. Can't give up. Campbell, he gets taken out. No whistle, no call. They play on. Peculiar. Campbell slow to get back to his feet, and he's hobbling back too. Bermuda trying to enter the attacking third with any kind of presence. That play was disrupted. There's Lee. World Cup qualifier here tonight. Jamaica came into this match as a massive favorite over Bermuda. And they have not been unwavering in certain points. Nice deep possession there by Jones. And at one point, what do you do if you're head coach Michael Finley? How often do you go to your bench now? Over 2/3 of this match is in the books, and your team has not had a real presence in the attacking third. They've played better in moments to begin the second half, but that flirting didn't lead to anything else. Pulled through and played out to the boundary. A change here. As here's Smith-Jones will come in. Places Lamb. It's the second change of the night. So Martin and Smith-Jones both in as subs for Michael Finley. In the offensive category, Key Wells has been the only notable figure that has had any real presence towards target tonight for Bermuda. Jamali Waite has yet to be tested here in the second half. The shots that have gone near him have been wide. Campbell. Russell gave it back to Campbell. Campbell maneuvering, open lane, shot blocked. Nicely done by Carpenter to kick out the leg. Campbell was earmarking the top left-hand corner. Decent defense there by Bermuda. They're already stuck in quicksand. Impressive showing for Jamaica here tonight. And now moving along, what does that mean for them and also Bermuda? Hayden couldn't get to it. Campbell pushes this back. Anderson, who came in just moments ago. Pretty good long ball here, and Jamaica trying to keep this in. It's a bad play. Well, the keys earning his team a corner. That's unfortunate for Hill. Hill cramping up, it looks like. And he's in some agony right now. Their lead official, Keeler Herrera, joining him to see if he needs some medical treatment. That is exactly the case. It's unfortunate. Hill might have misstepped when he pivoted to jump up. It's the second time in the second half we've had a player that has been injured. Hill and Dale Eve previously. Eve did stay in this contest. And for Bermuda, they're looking for any kind of help in the worst possible way. Well, the weather tonight has been pleasant. 82 degrees Fahrenheit here in Devonshire. But the humidity sky high, 85%. Players have not been able to afford any kind of luxury with wind. Wind is barely blowing out at 9 miles per hour. take a look at Hill. Where does he pull up lame? Yeah, right there. And he knew it too. He'll be subbed out. And this will be a corner for Jamaica.
After the corner? Okay.
And now Michael Finley will go to his bench. Who will he bring on? All this is extending the inevitable now for Bermuda. They asking for a stretcher. They should be. Who can't even get to his feet right now. Yeah, quick reaction there from Hill's left leg, and now he's up to his toes. Well, that was abrupt. He went from putting no power in his lower portion of his body, now back up to his feet. All that for something. Here's a corner for Jamaica. Trying to make it 4-0 in this match. Scaling up. Bermuda trying to escape. Lee just mishits it. So changes for both ends. Now the change is evident for Stephen McLaren. Martry will be subbed out. Let's see, the deployment continues here. Eamon Dixon will come in. Shamar Nicholson, we mentioned moments ago, that was warming up on the near side boundary. Always important to get plenty of players on your bench. Valuable minutes in this kind of a setting and tournament. Concacaf qualifier, there's nothing like it. Simmons in, Hill being replaced. You get the opportunity to play in the biggest tournament in the world. FIFA World Cup is right around the corner for Jamaica, trying to make a statement, and doing so here tonight against Bermuda. It won't send shockwaves throughout Group B, by no stretch of the imagination, but it does put everyone on notice. Trinidad and Tobago, Curacao will be on high alert. And then we get to take a peek at what unfolds too with Costa Rica and Honduras, Nicaragua, and Haiti in Group C. Of course, in Group A, the fixture there, El Salvador. 3 groups, all the winners advance. 2 best second place finishers play in a FIFA play-in round. It's anyone's guess who will advance and who will make some noise in the World Cup, but it will be fun. Ooh, misstepping there is Martin. Martin hobbling around. Touch foul, no mouse from Anderson. That's unfortunate. Martin trying to put weight back on his foot. He was for a minute, and now he looks simply uncomfortable, grabbing the right calf. Bermuda has put themselves in a good spot in the FIFA World Cup qualifier, but tonight simply outgunned. Simmons, no real presence on that ball as it goes running away. And you can make the argument that perhaps Bermuda is punching above their weight. I mean, think about it. They're representing a tiny Atlantic island with monster dreams. But Bermuda's success in CONCACAF tournaments has been building making some noise in the 2019 qualifying for League A, the Nations League. They debuted at the Gold Cup that year, scoring their first ever tournament goal against Haiti. But in World Cup qualifiers, they've never advanced this far until today. And big wins in the second round, including a 5-0 thumping against the Cayman Islands. This ball played across. Eve with two hands punches it away, loose for a minute, but then Eve recovers. Lembakisa screaming to the crowd right now, and just in pure frustration not to get a score or goal. Bailey Catamartri probably feeling the same exact thing. Critchlow. Stolen, ripped away by Dixon. Dixon will appeal this back to King. Jamaica, all about business tonight. It's a team with a rich history in Concacaf, qualifying for the World Cup in '98. They finished third in qualifiers behind Mexico and the United States, earning their ticket to France. But since then, they've been a regular show appearance, reaching the Concacaf Gold Cup finals in 2015, 2017, win the Caribbean Cup 5 different times, most recently just in 2014. Jamaica, though, as a nation and a proud football nation, they've been consistent. They've just fallen short, unfortunately for them, returning to the global stage since 1998. Are you asking a lot? Maybe. But do you have the talent this year? Absolutely. It's one thing to be fortunate and put yourself in a great spot because your team is playing over their skis. It's not the case for Jamaica. You can go up and down their roster, and you can make compelling arguments that what they deploy either in the back line, middle of the pitch, or in the attacking third will be a problem throughout this qualifying tournament. And they are formidable, especially in Group B. You'd be hard pressed to find an argument that they aren't the best team in Group B. But they're trying to add to their history and establish more of it here in 2025 to lead into the World Cup in 2026. You know, they've competed in qualifiers for every tournament since the big run in 1977 for the combined Concacaf Championship and then that World Cup qualifier. But for head coach Steve McLaren, the 64-year-old Englishman, plenty of experience worldwide with Manchester United. And of course, as England's national team manager, Jamaicans have embraced him as a coach, as a man, as a mentor. A trip here, and this will be a free kick just outside the 18. Anderson not happy about it, but he's not going to go over the top. Wells, that's debatable. You look at the score, you look at the setting. That might be an instance for our lead official to just concede a little something for Bermuda. At the wall here for the Jamaicans. Wells and company, what do you do with this delivery? Martin to the right. Wells, though, trying to line this thing up. Casey Palmer no longer in this match. He played splendid. Martin or Wells? It will be Wells with the drive into the wall. It was immediately rejected. And now more waiting. Talking so much about Jamaica and their manager Steve McLaren. Not only have the Jamaicans embraced him as a man, as a mentor, and as a leader, but with the important presence with a head coach like Steve McLaren is he has instilled that winning personality and that mentality. And when you bring that over from England and Manchester United, you catch the attention of everybody. It doesn't matter who you are on full notice. Jamaica has been proud, and they've been running, and they've been pumping. Dixon holding it here. Peeled over, trying to weave that through to Anderson. Anderson now being triple teamed. And go out and did cross the end line. More changes this time for Bermuda. Dante Leverock will come into the affair. On Todd as well. More changes for Bermuda. Has not provided any kind of offensive presence. And tonight, Bermuda just outmanned. Simple as that. This match ends 3-0. Bermuda might think that they got away with one. It has been that one-sided in terms of offensive opportunities for Jamaica. Waite comes out, runs over his teammate, travels all the way back to his cage. Probably the most activity that Jamali Waite's had in quite a minute. I don't blame him. Dilly will get this thing out of harm's way. Shots now in this match as we've reached the 81st minute and beyond. 18-8 in favor of Jamaica. On target, 6-3. Make it official. Possession favoring Bermuda, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. 57% to 43. Jamaica with 4 corners, Bermuda with a couple. And more importantly for Steve McLaren and his Jamaican side, it has been a comfortable night for them. Yes, the travel bothers you, of course, but what do you do once you get on the pitch? Does it take you a while to grow into a match? Do you have some mistakes? Do you have a lackluster beginning? Did you have good training leading up into this match? Well, it's been clinical today for the Jamaicans. Wells, not on the same page. Hasn't been overbearing at all either for this match, the way that it has been one-sided. 16 total fouls combined from both teams. Jamaicans with 10, Bermuda with 6. Only 1 yellow card. Wells, a thought of a chip, no such luck, gets it back though. Fortunate bounce, maneuvering away. Jair was locked up. Nice play by Richard King to depossess him. It's world class. He was looking for Tyrese Campbell, who was on the opposite side of the pitch, but it goes right back to Bermuda. 83rd minute. Conclusion of this match, we will have full-time highlights and some stats. Run you through it quickly on a Friday night. And then we'll allow you to turn the page with everything else that's behind us. That will take center stage. Haiti and Honduras will kick off in about 15 minutes from now. Trinidad and Tobago and Curacao will also kick off at that same time. And then the nightcap, if you need more, dessert, Costa Rica and Nicaragua. That's for today, and then we'll have a 3-day break. Fellas will get back on it. Group A unfolds on September the 8th. Group B on the 9th. As we weave our way through the month of September and October into November. Campbell out wide, looking for it. Back post. Oh, the chip almost found it past Eve. That thing looked harmless for a minute, and Dale Eve almost got beat on a tricky shot from Tyrese Campbell. Check this out from a better angle from our crew. Campbell with the left foot, just enough on it to lob it over Eve. And that would have been a heck of a goal. We've seen some ability here tonight. And Campbell almost made Dale Eve immediately remove himself. This ball played into a bad spot. King was able to disrupt, get in front of it. Anderson wanting to add to the tally. For Jamaica here tonight, they scored their first goal in the 6th minute, Damian Lowe, but they did not sit back after that. Kadamartri with numerous opportunities. Casey Palmer with several. Tyrese Campbell has chipped in. Lembakisa has done the same. Ella Safas gotten into the act. Everyone has been in high gear for Jamaica. Stripped away. Nicholson. Just looking for a shooting lane. Almost compelled to. Lembakisa here kept it on the deck. Nobody around in his colors. And for Bermuda, they want to make this score respectable. Question is, how do you do it? Donowa trying to maneuver against the back line of Jamaica with the left foot. Ball elevated, goes right to Jamali Waite. Nice heads up play and perfect positioning from Holgate. That doesn't look good from Critchlow. Limping, and hopefully for his sake, just cramping. And you get 2 players now for Bermuda that are on their backside. And that's exactly the case for Critchlow. Some good sportsmanship being shown by Jamaica in this moment. As Mason Holgate and Jamali Waite collide hands. A big thanks from Holgate to Waite. As Richard King was providing some assistance. Another change here. Tyrese Campbell's night's over with. Ronaldo Webster will check in for him. Campbell, a good night at the office. Productive, powerful, and creative. Getting some love from all of his teammates. He'll get the rest of the night off anyway. And he'll celebrate with his Jamaican brethren. Tough night to host a party for Bermuda. Jamaica barged in and just blew the doors off the Bermuda side. Jamaica's just been that good all time, and this will be a foul. Quickly by Webster. But for Bermuda, being here is not good enough. Of course, their first participation in the final round of a World Cup qualifier will do that for you. 6 matches, including tonight. And they can get some points to move themselves up amongst the top members of this group, or at least the best of the second place teams, and they'll be able to make some additional noise. Jamaica looking every bit as good as advertised. 6 times seeking its 2nd World Cup appearance, but with this qualifier for this 6th time, getting off to the right note is important. Bakisa trying to enter this thing into the attacking third for Nicholson. It was broken up at the last moment. Jamaica continues to punish Bermuda, though, with the all-time success, moving on 6 victories in 8 matches. They have now accounted for 17 goals. "17 goals in 8 matches, and they've only conceded 6. Webster with the left foot. Oh, it's pure! Absolutely majestic from the header, and Nicholson's on the board. It's a rout 4-0 for the Reggae Boys. There's your cherry on top. Webster with excellent service and perfect placement for Nicholson. That is direct and no chance for Eve. Nicholson putting himself in a prime spot, and a 28-year-old from Kingston, Jamaica, buries it. No mistake in the 90th minute for Nicholson. And the fans who made their way from Jamaica, loud and proud as they should be. His 94th career goal, going along with 28 helpers in 297 contests. The caps are one thing, the performance, and for Nicholson, looking to the big man upstairs, he acknowledges it. The cherry on top, Webster delivering it to Nicholson. 2 players that are coming off the sideline for head coach Steve McLaren, rewarding their manager. 3 minutes of added time. Anything more than that would be unnecessary. Jamaica will go to bed with a smile on their face, but make no mistake about it, they put Bermuda to sleep quickly in this match. Scored a goal in the 6th minute, added another in the 26th, and then they tacked on 2 more here in half number 2. Jamaica with plenty of star power, and Bermuda's home field advantage is non-existent. They were underdogs tonight for a good reason, Bermuda was. Not only because of their talent pool compared to Jamaica, but also the historical advantage for Jamaica in this head-to-head matchup. Jamaica will prove themselves to 6-0-2 all-time against Bermuda. And more importantly, with where they're at here today in this Concacaf World Cup qualifying round, the final round, they draw first blood and grab 3 points. A lot of A-pluses for Jamaica. 3 points and a wide gold margin. Eve will come out. It's +4 right now. Clock still churning. Does not matter if it's a World Cup qualifier, a Caribbean Cup, a friendly. And it's been all Jamaica. And they've been playing downhill since opening kickoff. As we've reached full time here from Bermuda National Sports Center, and it was all about Jamaica tonight. The Reggae Boys were loud and proud, and for good reason. From start to finish, they hammered Bermuda. Jamali Waite with the clean sheet, but he was not tested a lot in this contest. He faced 8 shots, 3 on target. He made the saves. The game-winning goal by Captain Damian Lowe. And for Jamaica, grabbing all 3 points to open things up here in the final round of the World Cup qualifier. They dominate Bermuda in convincing fashion. 4-0's the final. Final stats and highlights right around. the full-time highlights in this thing. Bermuda and Jamaica taking shape here at Bermuda National Sports Center. Jamaica all-time 5-0-2 against Bermuda, and they would not be denied here tonight for another victory. Damian Lowe on the doorstep, scoring his first goal here in this final round. And for Lowe, this is off a set piece, initially played through by Casey Palmer, who went short on it. The ball was flicking around. It was 1-0. Ronaldo Safas in the 26th minute eludes not one, not two, but three different defenders, and then puts it past Dale Eve. He scores, gets himself on the board, and for Jamaica, they were off and steamrolling Bermuda quickly in this one. 45 minutes in the books, and it was all Jamaica, 2-0. Second half rolled along. More of the same. How about this for Casey Palmer? By himself with good leverage, and he scores past Dale Eve, and the route was on. Eve, no chance on that. And for Casey Palmer, he had the reward for all of his efforts in the first half, setting up everybody else, and this time he does it himself. Pure class from Palmer. Jamaica on their way, 3-0. In the closing stages of this contest, Jamaica relentless. Ronaldo Webster, how about this for a header? On target, Shamar Nicholson drives home a point past Dale Eve. The final nail in the coffin for Bermuda tonight. Nicholson on the board. Webster with the helper on a perfect corner kick to close out this contest in the 90th minute. All Jamaica. 6-0-2 all time against Bermuda, and they run away with this thing with a final score of 4-0. Final numbers in this thing tell you the story. It was all Jamaica. It was tilted to their side. 19 shots to 8. Shots on target in their favor. Fouls, offside, corners. You get the idea. Possession doesn't mean a whole lot for Bermuda. Not without any kind of attempts. 3 shots on goal. Jamal Away with the clean sheet. Dale Eve, tough luck losing this one. But Jamaica grabbing 3 points here in the final round of the World Cup qualifier for Concacaf. 3 points out of the gates quickly, beating Bermuda 4-0. This is David Gascon saying so long. We have more action here in the Concacaf World Cup qualifier and round number 4 here tonight. Have a good evening.